There's been a resurgence in the entrepreneurial spirit with more individuals and small groups venturing into small businesses. Since the start of the Biden-Harris administration, there have been 18.1 million new business applications with an average 443,000 filed each month, a rate 90% faster than pre-pandemic averages. But for small business owners, navigating through sticky inflation and higher rates is no easy task. That's why companies like Intuit, of course, are continuing to keep some of these entrepreneurs top of mind. Joining me now, we've got Sandeep Aujla, who is the Intuit Chief Financial Officer, here with us. Sandeep, great to have you here on the program with us today. First and foremost, we got to talk about the state of small businesses. What are you seeing from the Intuit seat at the table within this broader ecosystem of small businesses?
Well, Brad, thank you for having me. Happy Friday.
Happy Friday.
At Intuit, we serve 100 million customers, and 10 million of those customers are small and mid-sized businesses. And for us, what we are seeing across the small business platform is that small businesses are actually in a pretty good shape. Their revenues over the last 3 months are up about 3%. When you look at year over year, their profits are up about 2% year over year. And a key leading indicator is how many hours their employees are working. And we're seeing that up about 4% year over year. Now, all those are great indicators, but the small businesses are also looking at their cash reserves. Their cash reserves are down about 8% when you look at the same period last year, but up 16% over the pre-COVID timeframe. So I would say small businesses are in a pretty good shape. And the other thing I would point out that those on our platform and those who have been on our platform for 4 years or more tend to have 60% higher cash reserves than those who are on a platform for less than a year, further indicating our focus on small businesses and really helping drive their prosperity.
Are there common tax code breaks or advantages that small businesses are increasingly looking for in order to make sure that they can securitize some of those profits that they're seeing from their business, or just make sure that financially they're making sound decisions that can help benefit their position or at least put some of that capital back to work?
Brad, the number, so on the tax side, we do small business taxes, and we always make sure that they are getting access to each and every benefit that's available to them through the tax code. But what I would highlight is that the number one need of a small business, the area they're focused on the most, is helping me get and grow customers. And that's where we are really excited about what we're bringing to market through innovations such as revenue intelligence, by combining the billions of data points on on QuickBooks as well as on MailChimp. So that's where our focus is in helping them grow their businesses, helping them improve their cash flows, helping them save time, while we also make sure that they're compliant with the tax code and getting access to each and every benefit that they're entitled to.
Certainly here. It's interesting, as you were mentioning the employee hours that are being worked for some of these small businesses, I wonder how you're seeing small businesses navigate this labor market right now.
The labor market, we can reflect on where it was a couple of years ago, and companies of our scale were having challenges recruiting and retaining employees. So you can imagine the challenges that the small businesses were having. The market has very much normalized, and we are seeing small businesses continue to have a better time adding employees. They're having more success retaining their employees. And the pressure they felt on their cost structure by having to give those pay increases has returned to much more reasonable and normalized levels. So it's a order of magnitude better environment that they're navigating now than where they were, say, circa 2 years ago.
Certainly. When we hear about the developments in artificial intelligence and where that may eventually trickle through to small businesses as well, what types of advantages do you see small businesses being able to reap from artificial intelligence, and when that may happen in full force or critical mass?
Such a key point and important question. For us, let me start out by sharing that we've been focused on AI years before it became fashionable to talk about AI. And we were talking about AI back in 2018 when we declared our strategy to be an AI-driven expert platform. And for us, it is really using the benefit of billions of data points we have across our ecosystem to help drive prosperity for each and every small business and consumer on our platform. So when you think about AI for small businesses, there's really two key areas we're focused on: helping them save time because they'd rather run their business than do their accounting or manage their cash flows. And two, helping them improve their cash flows, because that's the number one indicator of success or failure for small businesses. So when we look at the experiences we're delivering through Intuit Assist, which is our Gen AI engine that's helping drive the experiences for small businesses, we are looking at turning photos of receipts into entries into QuickBooks. We are taking vendor PDFs and turning those into bills that small businesses can then pay electronically. We're taking the email threads and the handwritten notes and translating them into electronic estimates or invoices that they can send pay enabled and get paid a lot faster on our platform. And finally, we are helping bring revenue intelligence through our MailChimp platform and our QuickBooks by using billions of data points to help small businesses segment their customers better, by helping small businesses target their customers at the right time to maximize their revenue potential, quite frankly, providing to small businesses insights and customer funnels that were historically reserved for very large enterprises such as ourselves. So that's where we're really leaning into our capabilities and AI to help drive small business success. And as you know, and you pointed out earlier as you introduced me, that small businesses really are the key contributors to our GDP and a leading indicator of the success of the nation as well as our economy.
Absolutely agree. Sandeep, I would be remiss if I didn't ask you just a quick question on the business here. I mean, of course, you know, here at Yahoo Finance, we track the stock performance. Intuit underperforming some of the major averages this year. It's still up by about 3.5%. The share price is over the course of the year to date. I wonder, as you kind of look at the business on a go-forward basis after this major FTC ruling and investigation finding TurboTax free is not free for most, and Intuit not renewing the free file program, what that does for some of the guidance that the street is really trying to wrap its mind around at this juncture.
Sure. A couple of things I would say. One is we have always offered free products. In fact, we were one of the early innovators in the free space, and free is a key component of the tax industry. You have many free participants in there, and the government introducing a free offering is not a material impact to the industry, and quite frankly, I think it's not a good use of our fiscal spending either. And in terms of our guidance, what we are really excited about on the tax business is it's a $35 billion market. And $30 billion of that market is helping small businesses and consumers get their taxes done. And these are the folks who typically go to someone else to get their taxes done. This is where we are excited to use our AI, to use our live expert platform to really helping small businesses and consumers getting their taxes done. And that's the part of the business that we're really highlighting to the investment community. It's a business that grew 17% last year. It is $1.4 billion in revenue, representing about 30% of our overall tax revenues. And it is a business that we continue to invest in and are quite excited about its growth prospects. And that's what's is bolstering our confidence, quite frankly, on our ability to continue to scale our consumer group and our tax revenues.
Sandeep, I appreciate you taking the time to address that with us, plus looking across the small business landscape as well. Very important topic in conversation. Sandeep Aujla, who is the Intuit CFO. Appreciate the time.
Thank you, Brad. Appreciate it.